Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 2019 full moon reading for you. Now, this full moon's effects will last from December 12th to January 10th of 2020. And in between this, on the day after Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, on December 26th, is going to be a solar eclipse of the new moon. So this is quite an exciting time and quite an intense time. So I'm just going to delve right in. I have the main deck right here, which is going to be used for your main reading. I have the Moonology deck, and I have the deck that I will be using at the end for your solar eclipse reading. All right, so let's delve right in. I'm just moving this over to the side, and I'm going to move the Moonology over to the side, and we're going to do our main reading first. And remember, if this reading resonates with you, to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. All right. Aries, December 2019, full moon. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. That is where we are going to stop. At the center of everything, Aries, is the Knight of Shells. This is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. You're crowned with the Seven of Feathers. Then we have the Knight of Acorns. This is you. The acorns represent a fire sign energy. So this isn't the Knight, this is the King of Acorns, of course, and so that is definitely you shining through, being the actor upon the stage. You have the Hanged Man here. You're seeing things very differently than everybody else. The Knight of Crystals, so the full moon, which is going to be in not the full moon, the new moon, which is going to be in Capricorn, is going to be highly effective on you and have a great impact because you do have the Knight of Crystals here. Two of Shells, Two of Cups, and the Seven of Acorns, the Seven of Wands. Then we have the Ace of Acorns. You are definitely taking this gift. It is just for you. The world is opening up. You have the World card right here. And you have the Moon, which represents a Pisces energy, but this is also saying that you are going to be strongly impacted by this moon. This moon is going to be very powerful for you. All right, so before I delve right in, let's talk a little bit about this moon. So this moon right here, if you can see in the Moonology cards, the full moon, it says surrender to the divine. So the divine is going to be highly impacting things. Now, this is amplified with this new moon eclipse that will be coming. All right, on December 26th. This new moon eclipse brings with it tremendous change. Now, you might sit there and be like, Dane, I don't want change. It's kind of like ready or not, here it comes. So prepare yourself for it, be ready for it, because there's nothing that can stop it. This change is definitely going to be something that has great impact, especially if you have a Capricorn within your natal chart. It is going to be calling to that Capricorn, and because you are rooted in earth sign energy at this time with the Knight of Crystals, and you have the moon here, meaning the moon will be highly impactful for you. This says here with the new moon, new starts. A new start is coming. New starts are coming. So expect powerful change as the new starts come. So this is going to be a time where it is as if you can't stop it, even if you wanted to. Right. And then your full moon is in Gemini. So this says the answers you need are coming. The answers you need to questions, the answers you need within your life, within yourself. This new moon, which is this new moon, this full moon, there we go, which is surrendering to the divine, is bringing you answers. They're going to be coming from the 12th of December to the 10th of January. This is the time where answers are going to be coming, and you will see that the path that you are on or are on, things are going to change up on the 26th of December. It doesn't have to be big. It might not even be something, excuse me, that you think of. On the 26th, you might be so busy with the holidays, with everything, that the change that comes, the shift, doesn't impact you till a few days later because you can be so wrapped up in everything else. But it says here with the new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So with the changes that are coming, and this is a powerful change, expect a powerful change to come into your life. It makes it so that your hard work is paying off. So I'm just setting the stage for this reading with the energy of the moon, the full moon, the new moon, and the new moon solar eclipse that is coming. Okay. So we just put these back for you. It is a very beautiful time. Don't be worried about the change at all, because what I'm seeing here is you're very much weathering storms, most definitely, meaning that a change that comes in will not knock you completely off course. You have this determination, you have this ability to move forward. You're the Knight of Shells right here. The Knight of Shells is, of course, the Knight of Cups. Now, what I love about it being represented here by a flamingo is that with the Knight of Shells, it says charm and passion, but also the energy that you are taking in at this time during this full moon and from the 12th of December to the 10th of January is going to be so important for you, and it's going to actually radiate out. And how do I know that? It's because a flamingo is actually white. A flamingo is not pink. It turns pink because of the fish that it eats. It changes its color. So that's going to be the effect, and at your heart, the effect that this moon has on you. It's changing the energy that you're taking in, or it's amplifying. That's more it. Spirit is saying it's amplifying the energy that you are taking in. And so it will be radiating out. People will visibly be able to see a change in you, and you will visibly be able to see a change in yourself. But you have to be connected to it, opening, surrendering to the divine during this full moon, and to the answers that are coming your way, because this full moon is in Gemini, is going to be absolutely important to you. Then we have the world. So at your heart is also the world right here, and it says fulfillment and celebration. So as things open up to you, the world will open up to you. There's a fulfillment of desires. There is a fulfillment of self. There is a sense of, oh my gosh, I've worked so hard for this. And as you radiate outward what you desire, where you desire being, and how you desire moving forward, there's a beauty that comes over you. And you're going to start to see that the way that you have defined yourself before, which isn't bad at all, but the way that you have defined yourself before is starting to shatter. You are starting to see that what you wanted to do but thought you could never do, or the fact of keeping yourself small, defining yourself by disabilities and I can'ts and oh, it could never happen to me, that's starting to fall away. And what's happening here is the world is opening up to you. The Seven of Feathers, the Seven of Swords says here preparation and resourcefulness. So as you are looking forward to the changes that are coming, you're going to need to be resourceful, especially since you have a new start and powerful change coming your way. Surrendering to the divine, but also surrendering to yourself, sitting there and saying, all right, I'm not going to stay fixated that it can only happen like this or it can only happen like that. If I open the doors, and if I open the doors to myself, power and change is going to come in. The Seven of Feathers, the Seven of Swords, also talks about a sense of being able to arm yourself, taking away knowledge with you to move forward. I had a teacher, and he said, and he's still a very good friend of mine, he always says that the Seven of Feathers is a card. All right, let me slow down just a minute. Yes, all right. Sorry, I had to slow down because Spirit was talking and I'm talking, and sometimes I just get too fast for myself to think. So here, the Seven of Feathers is talking about a moving forward. All right. It's also talking about being, he says, my teacher said that this is the highest card in the minor arcana. All right. A wish card, you can say. So yes, in the traditional teachings, if we go back to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and that's where I get the Seven of Feathers being the Seven of Swords, and what I correlate these cards to, when you have that connotation here with this card, when you go to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, right? It says about deception, and you're arming yourself against deception, is how I see it. But it says beware of deception. So here you have a cheetah. So beware of people who want to cheat you. And as you start to see the truth within people, it does start to become as if wishes are being granted, because you're putting more reliance on yourself and you are building your own confidence, which is moving you forward to getting this gift of the Ace of Acorns, which is the Ace of Wands. This says creative force and confidence. And I love the ram that it has right here, which of course represents you, Aries. So here you are determined, you are, I believe it represents Aries. I do apologize if that's wrong. You are moving forward, you are going after what you want, and here this is the gift being taken with the King of Acorns. You are definitely taking this gift of power, this gift of truth, this gift of what you desire, and you are moving forward with this passion, this creativity. The full moon amplifies what you want, amplifies your connection to the higher power, but it also is going to amplify this gift if you surrender yourself to the divine. And Spirit is saying, by surrendering, you are, yes, it is a sense of relinquishing control, but it is embracing your power, your truth, and it is connecting you to your angels, to your spirit guides, and to your higher self, which is why we're on this earthly plane. How I see it is we are on this earthly plane to connect with divinity, to connect with the universe, to find our calling and to walk our truth. Is it hard? Most definitely is. It most definitely is. And what the full moon brings to us is an illumination of the night. And in the nighttime, we fear. Why? Because we're sight hunters. So if you trace us all the way back to the beginning of man, we fought by sight. And we still fight by sight. We need to see things. We don't need to smell. We don't need to hear as much. Those aren't the senses we rely on. We rely on sight. So the moon has a powerful connotation within our psyche because it takes away the brilliance of the sun. It takes away the light of the sun. The full moon reflects that light back to us. Right? The moon has no light of its own, so it reflects that light back to us. And as it is reflecting that light back to us, it is showing in a more gentle way the power of divinity, the power of our eyes, our sight, and our truth. So that's why the moon and the night can be overwhelming for people. The new moon takes it away, takes away that illumination. It makes it complete darkness. You can see the stars, right? But you cannot see the moon. So here, when things are wiped clean, for some, the illumination of the time will lessen. Not for all, for some. Right? So know that on the 26th of December, you might find that things are calming down. You might be like, oh, okay, I can breathe. But that breath is going to be kind of shortened by the extreme change that is coming by the new moon eclipse. And that here is what you are severely linked to with the Knight of Crystals, because it is a moon, it's a new moon, and it's the new moon eclipse in Capricorn, which says your hard work is paying off. This is a time of dedication. This is a time of focus, of truth. And with the Knight of Crystals, it's a time of action for you. So you have here endurance and determination. You've endured a lot, and you are determined to move forward. You have a storage, and why this is represented by the camel is because you have a storage of water right here. You can keep going. You have a storage of spiritual illumination that is guiding you forward. And with the moon, this is saying that your roots, you are rooted, Aries, in the moon. It is extraordinary, it is brilliant, and it is profound for you. So you have here imagination and perception. Do not let what you imagine to be the only thing that you see. Look at the truth of things, because as you do, you are going to see clearly within the darkness. That's why the owl is here. You are going to see clearly within the darkness. It is going to empower you, and it is going to lead you to the Two of Shells, which is the Two of Cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And the Two of Shells says union and harmony, love, joy, the doves coming together, a sense of peace moves you forward. The Hanged Man, Aries, is saying that you are not going to see things the way that everybody else sees things. The Hanged Man can be, yes, uncomfortable, most definitely, because he is upside down. But the Hanged Man is also going to be highly important because it shows your individuality. And this is going to come during your surrendering to the divine and during the answers coming to you as you embrace powerful change, right? Here, And as you embrace a new start, the answers come, you embrace a new start, and things start to change. So you might find very well, Aries, that your world is turned on its head. And you think, oh my gosh, what is going on here? Or I saw it this way, and now I'm seeing it completely opposite. And you know what? I'm more comfortable with this. You are going to be more comfortable with it. Step back from things. Do not think that things have to be a very certain way, because what I'm seeing here is you are embracing a change that kind of turns things topsy-turvy, and it leads you to the world opening up. It leads you to the wisdom of the moon, not being frightening, but being all-powerful, being soothing and gentle. Think of being in a really hot climate, okay? The desert, or, if you're in the United States, living down south. At night, things come alive because it has cooled down. The sun isn't beating on you. And that's what I'm seeing here with this moon for you. With this December full moon going into the January full moon, the time frame that it affects you from December 12th to January 10th. This is a time where things become cooler, where things become more settled, where you feel more aligned with what you want. Now, you might be sitting there and saying, Dane, I'm in a cold climate. It's dark enough as it is. I'm not talking about darkness here. We, as human beings, tend to fear the dark, right? I am talking about stillness. I am talking about peace. And I am talking about a surrender into your soul. And that is absolutely beautiful. Now, the 7 of Acorns, the repeat of the number 7 here, is very much saying that if you are trying to do anything sneaky during this time, and I'm not saying that you are, but if you do try, know that people are going to see it. So even just something very little, you will find it difficult to get away with any sneaky things. So even if you're hiding presents, make sure that you hide them very well, because you're going to find that people kind of see through what you're trying to hide. This is also going to be true for you seeing through what other people want to hide. So if somebody has a surprise for you, don't ruin it by going too far, by looking too much for it. All right? Because you have the repeat of the number 7. This is also very much being drawn to the esoteric, being drawn to sacred wisdom during this time, and being drawn to a spiritual truth. The 7 of Acorns, the 7 of Wands, is determination and stamina. You're also going to feel like you have to defend yourself. You have to stand your ground. This moon, and especially this new moon eclipse, is going to bring up powerful, powerful, powerful energy. And as it brings up powerful energy, powerful changes, which will happen towards the end of December 26th, okay, you're going to feel as if you have to defend where you stand. As if the changes, you want to fight them. You're going to say, I don't want this change, but you're going to need the change. So by surrendering to divinity, by knowing that the answers are coming, this is how the answers come. So you're going to feel either as if you want everybody else to see it, and you're going to find that other people have a resistance to the truth that you are speaking, or you're going to feel as if you have to defend yourself from this change. It's going to be very personal for each and every one of you. So know that those are the two sides to the coin that I'm seeing here, that Spirit is showing. And it brings us to the King of Acorns, which is you right here. This is optimism and innovation. So you're going to have a new way of looking at things. If you waste your time defending what it is that you want, it is as if, okay, so here with the Ace of Acorns, Divinity is handing you a gift. You can use it to fight, to defend yourself, to say, this is my ground, this is where I stand. Or you can use it to amplify yourself, your power, and your truth, and move forward towards a new dawn, a new day, in your greatness and in your glory. I highly suggest this one, but it is of course up to you, because we have free will. This opens up the world. Even if you choose to stand your ground and say, this is what I want and I'm not budging, right? It still opens up a different corner of the world for you than what you were going through before. So we're going to see here now, through letting the moon speak to you, through how the moon correlates with this reading right here. Right? What it is saying and how it is, what does the moon want Aries to know for the December 2019 full moon? What does the moon want Aries to know for the December 2019 full moon? What does the moon want Aries to know for the December 2019 full moon? Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Okay, fantastic. That's where the cards fell. So that is where Spirit and the moon definitely want us to stop. And I'm just going to lay these out quietly. All right, what I know here is that I love that the ram came through. So it means that I was definitely right with the Ace of Acorns, representative of the ram, being you. And sometimes I doubt, everybody doubts. And so Spirit is saying now to me, don't ever doubt what I am telling you. So I am very thankful for that right here. So there is a lot going on, and there's a lot of power that this moon is showing you, which is astoundingly beautiful. So we're starting here at your heart with the new moon in Scorpio, and this says work through your fears. And this is with the Knight of Shells. So I love the correlation because the Knight of Shells is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer, and then you have a Scorpio right on top of it. So here you have charm and passion as you work through your fears. So know that others might not see the fears that you are working through, the answers that you are coming to during this time. And this is a time of stepping back and seeing what has been holding you back, because that's going to be the area that the change is really focused on. It's not going to be focused on simply, the nice, soft, cuddly things. It's going to be focused around the things that are giving you ajna, that are causing you pain and discomfort. So know here that this is saying, open yourself up and do not be afraid to face your fears, to work through your fears, to no longer have them crippling you. And they don't have to be crippling you. That was a bit dramatic. And then at your heart is also the moon in Taurus, the full moon in Taurus, with the world. So this says your dreams need a practical plan, which is going to be very important as you embrace fulfillment and celebration. As you move forward, as the world opens up to you, you need a practical plan. You need to be looking at things and being grounded and centered and focused. That's going to be so important for you here, Aries. It's going to be so important, and it's going to be so empowering. Then we have new moon in Taurus. So you have the full moon and the new moon coming through. So a strong Taurian energy at this time within this moon. A very grounding presence is what this moon is showing. So this is perception and resourcefulness. And this says prosperity lies ahead. So as you look at your future, as you are perceiving things, as you're being resourceful, do not doubt that prosperity is guiding you. Do not doubt that you will get to where it is that you need to be. This then correlates with the Ace of Acorns, which is creative force and confidence, and the new moon in Gemini, communication is key. So as you use your creative force, as this blessing comes to you, communication is key. Now, with the full moon in Gemini, it says the answers you need are coming. So the answers you need are coming, but if you do not communicate them, if you do not communicate what you want to the universe, to yourself, the blessings that come are going to be quite different. So be very sure to communicate what you want, what you need, and where you're heading, where you want to be heading. And then know that with this eclipse, with this new moon eclipse, you can have things turned on their heads anyway. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful that things will not be going according to plan, but they will be going according to divine plan during this time. Ooh, let me move this over so that you can see the cards just a bit better. Okay, brilliant. Then we have, at your root, we have you shining through. You have the new moon in Aries, and it says it's time to take action as you move with the Knight of Crystals, which correlates to the new moon in Capricorn, which says endurance and determination. It's time to take action. It's time to go after what you want. It's time to embrace your truth, your power, and your bliss, your happiness, what brings you joy. Then we have the full moon in Cancer at your root with the moon right here, which says imagination and perception. Now, this is, of course, a Pisces time frame, February 19th to March 20th, if this correlates to the Pisces to you. But I'm reading this as the power of the moon really coming forward. So this says here, a personal issue reaches resolve with the full moon in Cancer. So as you embrace the moon, you're going to find yourself being more confident within yourself, within what you desire, and really standing in your truth a lot more. Then we have the mutable moon, which says nothing is yet set in stone as you embrace union and harmony. know that nothing is set in stone. There is love, there is joy, there is endless possibility out there for you as you embrace what you love, but also as you connect with the divine, and as the divine connects you with your spirit guides, with your soul's desire, with your angels. Then we have North Nod, which says step out of your comfort zone. And it says, that's it. Oh, I love this. I love this combination. It brings so much clarity. So stepping out of your comfort zone, you're seeing everything differently. And that's because of the changes that are coming here. And as you step out of your comfort zone, you have to have patience, but your perception changes. And as that changes, as that power comes, you're set free. And you move forward in a grace and determination that is absolutely beautiful, that leads you to the full moon in Taurus, to your dreams needing a practical plan, and your personal issues reaching a resolve. So here, stepping out of your comfort zone is actually going to be one of the best things for you, because you start to see things in a practicality that is empowering, and you start to move forward towards what you truly desire. This then leads you, oh golly, okay, hold on one moment. As I just throw everything down on the ground. Okay, can you see that? And that's, of course, my cup shine through, so we're trying to hide that back there. And this says supermoon. So I love that, supermoon. Emotions are running high, most definitely. And also know that the new moon solar eclipse amplifies things. It is a dramatic tool. So emotions will run high. And this is here with the Seven of Acorns, with that feeling of having to defend yourself, with the feeling of needing to move forward in a proper way, in a way that is right for you. So emotions will run high, and you're going to have a distinct feeling that I have to stand my ground. I have to defend what it is that I want, where it is that I'm going, who it is that I am. But if you step back, you will be so much more empowered than before. This then leads you to the full moon in Sagittarius. It says, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture as you move forward, as you embrace optimism and innovation, as you move towards your goals, and as you embrace what you want. Do not put yourself in a box, okay? Because first of all, Aries, you don't do well in a box. And secondly, you need to run free during this time. And free from fear is what Spirit is saying. Not that you don't have any fears, because that's just silly, but it's that you don't let your fears outweigh the power of your truth. You don't let your fears take over and stand in for your truth, your confidence, and your connection with the divine, and overpower the change that is coming for you. This brings you to the fact that communication is key as you're looking at the bigger picture, and your dreams need a practical plan. So being very grounded on this earthly plane, because with the full moon in Geminis can be like a kite, okay? And they see all the sides to the story, they look at all the different things, and they could be rather quote unquote flighty. I'm not, if you are cross watching and you are a Gemini, I'm not insulting you. I myself am a Gemini, and I know how important it is to have a proper tether, to have a way to ground yourself. So here there is that sense of needing that grounded aspect to you, especially during this time. And I actually love the combination of Gemini and Capricorn, because Gemini is so creative, is so looking at all different sides of the story, is so getting the knowledge from here and then going over here and then, coming back. And Capricorn is very grounded, very rooted. So you will have those two aspects coming together, which sometimes they'll go together like oil and water. You'll feel this pull within you. And then at other times, not at other times, you're going to see how they come to a balance within each other. Yeah, they will come to a balance within each other. It will take a little bit of time, so you might feel a little bit stressed. You might feel pulled in two separate directions. Do not give up on yourself. Do not sit there and say it can only be one way, either flitzy or, very, narrow-minded. Those are going to be the two paths that, if you go to the extremes, come up. One that's kind of like a butterfly, and the other one that is just so absolutely focused. It's like a dog with a bone. It can't see anything else. So here, know that you're going to find a middle ground, but it might take a little bit of time. And it can be that a day or two you feel as if you're pulled in two very separate directions. So let's see now here how, and we're just going to pull 3 cards here, because I don't want you all being like, oh my gosh, Dane, this video is just tremendously long. Let's see now what the new moon eclipse brings to Aries? What does new moon eclipse bring to Aries? Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do so I'm going to do it like this. Okay, I see it now. Spirit showed me in my head and I was like, what? Okay, I'll explain it to you in just a moment. Fantastic. So we're doing the heart, the head, and the roots. And I adore your heart, your head, and your roots. Oh my gosh. So this is your heart, your crown, your roots right here. Think of it as a tree if you like, or think of it as a tree. I like to think of it as a tree or as a human being. Your head, your heart, and your legs, your body. So I like to think of it also as a tree, the bark of the tree, the branches of the tree, and the roots of the tree. So here, at your heart, at the center of everything, is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is prosperity, this is abundance, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of abundance, handing you a gift of prosperity. And this absolutely correlates here when you have the powerful change coming in. This means with you having the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, the divine is going to be playing a huge role in the changes that are coming. So expect powerful changes. They're divinely orchestrated. They're divinely orchestrated anyway, so even if you didn't get any aces in this reading, they would still be divinely orchestrated. But the fact that you did get aces in this reading means that the divine is closely working with you and bringing changes into your life that they want. It's kind of like the tower time. You know how things, and you might say, oh my gosh, Dane, I don't want a tower time. But it's the changes coming in, all right? And it's kicking us out of the comfort zone. It's kind of like the mama bird kicking the baby bird out of the nest. So you're flying towards what you need, what you want. You're learning your wings. You're learning how to move forward. And so here with the Ace of Pentacles, it's with prosperity, it's with abundance, it's with bounty and beauty. And there is a sense here that Spirit is saying do it like this. So I know this may be a lot to take in, but the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity is coming, and it says work through your fears. By working through your fears, you are going to bring this prosperity. And by embracing the Knight of Shells, the Knight of water, your charm and your passion, but knowing that the energy you take in during this time is going to be absolutely important to you. This is going to have you working through your fears, because the energy that you are taking in from the moon, from people around you, but mainly from the moon, is going to call up what you truly desire, and it's going to become something that you cannot ignore. And this leads you to blessings of grace by divinity. I mean, seriously, okay? And this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. Then we have the Ace of Swords, cutting through doubts and fears, knowing your mind, knowing where it is that you stand. And I love that this is on top of the new moon in Taurus. So prosperity lies ahead, but this being very grounded. You're going to be very grounded, very centered, and you're going to know your mind. You have the earth sign energy coming in from the new moon. Here it is, yes, of course, coming in as a Taurus energy, but the Capricorn energy here is also very grounded, very stable. So you have the Ace of Swords, which correlates to the full moon in Gemini. The Ace of Pentacles correlates to the new moon in Capricorn. So the blessing is going to come at your heart. You're really going to feel it around the changes that are coming in around this new moon time, and really starting at December 26th. So you're being prepared for it. You will really see it during that time. With the Ace of Swords, you cut through doubts and fears. You know where it is that you want to stand, and prosperity lies ahead, as you have the Seven of Feathers here, which says preparation and resourcefulness. You have prepared for this time. You have been told by Spirit that it is coming. You are being resourceful towards your goals, and you are opening doors and avenues for yourself that you might have thought were shut before. Then at your root, we have the Seven of Pentacles, patience with the seeds that you have planted, the bounty that you are gathering. Have patience, okay? Because it's your time to act. It's time for action. So here I see her as going up to plant, to pick the pentacles, okay, to pick the prosperity. But because it means patience, it can also mean that the time of action will not, that's what Spirit is saying. The time of action will not reap the benefits right away. It's planting, it's cultivating, it's knowing. But see here how she's not just saying, oh, okay, I'm not going to even think about that tree. I'm just going to go and do something else. Here she's minding it, she's tending it, and the payoff is going to be astounding. So the time for action with the new moon in Aries brings you to a place where you see the prosperity growing, even if it's not put into, your basket right away, even if it takes a bit more time. This is wealth or something you value as much as money coming in, earthly gifts. Then we have the Knight of Crystals, endurance and determination. And by earthly gifts, I do not just mean that it has to be something physical that you can hold. It can also be something that very much calls to your heart and is one of the reasons why you are on this earthly plane. The Knight of Crystals speaks of endurance and determination as it is time to act and as you see your prosperity coming around you. Your subconscious message, we'll start off with your main message, is the Eight of Crystals. You're going to be taking this very seriously, working very hard. This is a time of dedication and progress is going to be really moving you forward. There's also a sacredness to you because remember the buffalo, gosh, I forgot the name. The buffalo is a sacred animal, especially within Native American tradition. So whenever I see the buffalo, I see something very, very sacred set before us. So here, or not set before us because it's divinely guided to us. So buffaloes are free, of course, and they roam the land. So here, it's seeing one and it's knowing that grace is with you. As you work hard, as you are determined to go after your goals. Then we have the subconscious message from the moon, which is the south nod, which says, don't let your past hold you back. Don't. Don't let your past have dominion over your present, because it is going to diminish the blessings that are set before you. It's going to diminish the grace and the gifts. And then we have the strength card. Now, I laugh because this is not because this is a Leo energy, but this is a Leo energy, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. But because it's saying here, call on your inner strength. Move forward in your strength, your blessings, and your greatness. Know that nothing and no one can hold you back or will hold you back, and that your greatest strength lies not in physical force, Aries, but in your kindness, your perception of emotions, and your communication of desires. There is an openness of heart to you at this time, but a steel of personality, a steel like metal, like kind of like an iron to your personality here. It's a focus, it's a determination, and it's a going after a goal that is absolutely brilliant. All right, Aries, I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I have absolutely enjoyed bringing it to you, this message from Spirit. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may you have a blessed full moon, and new moon eclipse. Bye.